Example 1, reading information from a graph. The graph of the function f is shown here in figure 6. What we want to do is we want to find f of 1. So the first thing we want to do is find f of 1, and then we want to find f of 5. Okay, when it says f of 1, that means that the x value is given. That's telling us that x is equal to 1. So let's take a look at the x and y axis. So here is our x-axis, and then here is our y-axis, and we can see where the graph ends. So at the value of 1, we want to know what is the output here. And the output is this value on the y-axis. Well, since this is 1, and this is 2, and then this is 3, that means that the answer is going to be 3. So x equals 1 when f of x is equal to 3. Or we can write this as the ordered pair 1, 3. Next, we want to find f of 5. So we got 1, we got 2, 3, 4, and then there's 5. So again, that means that when x is 5 being the input, we want to find out what is f of x. So if we go down a little bit here, we're going to get this value. And so it's a little bit below negative 0.5. So we can estimate this to be approximately negative 0.7. So we can just write approximating negative 0.7. Okay, next what we want to do in part B is what are the domain and the range of the function. So what is the domain of the function? We're going to abbreviate it as D. So the domain is all the values of x on the x-axis. So the graph starts here, and ends here. So that means along this x-axis is the graph. And you can see that this graph is going this entire direction along the x-axis. So it's starting at 0 and it's ending at 7. So we can say that the domain, we can say that x such that x is going to be in between and including the values of 0 to 7. Or we can write this in interval notation as bracket 0, 7 with a bracket. Now if we want to find the range of this function, then what we're going to do is we're going to look at the y-axis. So here the height of this graph starts here, and the depth, the lowest part of the graph is right there. So that means that it's going to go from here to here, and let's take a look at the values that we have on the graph. So we know that it goes to negative 1, and then this is negative 2, and the highest that it goes is to 4. So we can say that the range is the y values such that it starts at negative 2 inclusive, and then y, and then it goes all the way to the height of 4, or we can write this as bracket negative 2, 4 with a bracket.